The Xenomorph Queen, introduced in James Cameron's 1986 film Aliens, has earned both terror and fascination due to its dark and intimidating presence, becoming a symbol of the franchise's horror niche. The Queen's popularity can be attributed to various factors, including the extensive lore established in the Alien films and the expanded universe through comics and games. As the mother and leader of the Xenomorph hive, the Queen Xenomorph holds the most important role in the species' life cycle. Beyond laying eggs, she displays unparalleled strength and size among most Xenomorph casts, making her super resilient. In this video, we will explore a Xenomorph Queen's anatomy in a bid to understand just what are the things that make her nature's most vicious and deadly creation. Let's begin, shall we? Before we get into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Unraveling the enigma of Xenomorph Queen identity and her haunting appearance. The Xenomorph Queen, the dominant caste among her kin, possesses awe-inspiring physical attributes, intelligence, and strength. Standing at an imposing height of approximately 4.5 meters, she surpasses other xenomorphs, even Praetorians, and may grow larger as she ages. The Queen also has a pair of smaller secondary arms extending ventrally from her chest, much like the T-Rex's small arms. Their exact purpose remains largely unknown. Her segmented tail culminates in a blade-like tip, adding to her deadly arsenal. This tip is capable of slashing, stabbing, and incapacitating her prey. Easily recognizable by their enormous ovipositors extending from under their tails, egg-laying queens measure between 9 and 12 meters. Suspended from the hive ceiling by resin-created straps, the ovipositors and the hive itself are primarily constructed with the resin excreted by xenomorphs. Immobilized by the weight of her sizable egg sac, the queen relies on her drones and subordinates for protection and assistance. Although she can detach her ovipositor to defend herself in dire situations, the process is excruciatingly painful. She prefers to leave her subordinates to handle most situations once egg-laying commences. She can grow a new ovipositor relatively quickly, but the process is extremely painful. During egg-laying, the queen folds her legs beneath her main body, supported by a biomechanical throne-like structure. Impressively, she can produce one egg every 4 minutes, resulting in 15 eggs per hour. The Xenomorph Queen, with her commanding presence and remarkable abilities, remains a captivating figure within the Xenomorph world. The Queen plays a feminine role, laying eggs akin to female members in insectoid eusocial societies like beehives. In rare instances where multiple queens coexist, they engage in a fierce battle for dominance. The victorious queen rises in rank, becoming an empress, ruling over her counterparts. However, even empresses are subject to the dominance of a more potent figure, the Queen Mother, the supreme leader of all xenomorphs across various planets. In appearance, xenomorph queens tend to have a darker hue, while older ones show a more grayish tone. Their crests may differ with additional protrusions, ridges, horns, or none at all. Intelligence sets the queen apart. In one instance, a queen demonstrated an impressive IQ score of 175 in the narrative of Aliens' Earth Hive. Their ability to operate machinery, comprehend human actions, and assess risks showcases their remarkable cognitive capabilities. While they can negotiate with humans when necessary, their primary agenda is self-preservation and procreation, prioritizing their survival above all else. In the event of a queen's demise, the hive faces challenges as finding a new queen becomes crucial. Xenomorph queens possess remarkable traits, making them central figures in the hierarchy of these extraordinary creatures. Silent Sovereignty, decoding the Xenomorph Queen's communication abilities. While audible screeches have been observed as a form of instruction to their brood, the true method of their communication is believed to be far more intricate and multifaceted. Pheromone release and ultrasound have been proposed as potential channels for these exchanges. Some researchers at Wayland-Yutani even speculate that queens and their offspring may share a mysterious bioelectrical hive consciousness, considering the constant contact and communication maintained across significant distances and barriers. The distinct head crest of a queen is thought to play a crucial role in this process, potentially acting as a receptor and transmitter for the intricate signals. Adorned with a natural crown-like carapace shielding her face, the queen's massive head crest serves a dual purpose, acting as an antenna to detect bioelectric, biochemical, and thermal signals. Queens are notably intelligent beings, capable of operating machinery, comprehending basic human behavior, and assessing risks by means of their strong observational learning skills. They prioritize their own own well-being over that of their offspring in life or death situations. Having said that, they display remarkable protectiveness towards their offspring, particularly their unborn facehuggers still resting in the eggs. This motherly nature, despite their inherently violent and hostile behavior, is very curious. Instances of queens pursuing revenge when their nests are threatened illustrate their emotional attachments. As for the possibility of communicating with xenomorphs, there are examples suggesting limited communication based on observation and charades-like gestures. Interaction with a queen in a life or death scenario, as seen in Ripley's action to save Newt, indicates that queens can interpret and respond to human messages. However, the exact extent of xenomorphs' communication abilities and their comprehension of human language is something unknown, and I suppose no linguist would be brave enough to deal with a xenomorph queen. Unveiling the genetic defense system of the Xenomorph Queen. You see, xenomorphs seem like they were designed by nature, or David, depending on your love for Ridley Scott, to survive and procreate. That's basically their only agenda in life. And in order to achieve this, xenomorphs have developed a bunch of physical traits that make them unbelievably powerful, and it all gets pronounced in a xenomorph queen. One could say she's a powerhouse of a genetic defense system. Her deadliness stems from her cruel and ruthless jaws armed with razor-sharp translucent teeth, capable of tearing through anything. Additionally, an inner jaw, housing numerous razor-sharp teeth, forms a menacing maw, further accentuating her regal demeanor. Her double-jointed lower limbs grant her remarkable mobility and agility, complemented by two sets of dorsal tubes with menacing spike-like appearances. The queen's 6-digit hands boast an elongated third finger, while her chest is safeguarded by an extra armored carapace, resilient against sustained automatic gunfire, though not immune to armor-piercing ammunition. Her mesoskeleton has additional layers of armor, rendering her nearly impervious to gunfire and other attacks. Although vulnerable to heat and fire like other xenomorphs, she can endure other forms of punishment. With her higher muscle density, the queen wields astonishing strength, enabling her to tear apart humans and synthetics using only her 2 arms. Her size, strength, and speed make her a formidable force in close quarters combat, challenging even skilled predators at close range. Furthermore, one of the Dark Horse comics called Aliens Hive goes on to say that xenomorphs do not make use of specialized perceptions like light and sound, but depend on the older forms of perception, such as vibrations, electricity, and, well, fear. So you see, an organism that can sense fear should be feared the most. It serves as both offensive and defensive capability. Speaking of offense and defense, a xenomorph queen can spit her acidic blood on her enemies, which is nothing short of glorious. The Xenomorph Queen's production of human-enhancing substance. In the expansive alien universe, particularly within the pages of Dark Horse comics, humans have displayed a fervent and nearly obsessive pursuit of an extraordinary substance known as royal jelly. It is the most valued substance in the alien universe, and naturally, people are crazy about getting their hands on it. The viscous, prized liquid has even led to obnoxious and risky experiments on the xenomorphs, all in the quest to harness its potent properties. And it just so happens that the royal jelly is produced by the Xenomorph Queen. According to Aliens Genocide, royal jelly gives humans superhero-like abilities. However, its applications are not confined to mere enhancements. The substance's versatility enables its use for a wide array of purposes, making it an exceedingly valuable and sought-after commodity. A fascinating aspect introduced in the comics is the Xenozip, a potent street drug highly favored by individuals seeking to elevate their performance to extraordinary levels. But the best version of Xenozip is made only when it has a bit of authentic royal jelly, and not the substitute that humans have synthesized. Although humans have managed to synthesize royal jelly to some extent, the substance's effects remain notoriously unpredictable if a bit of the original royal jelly obtained directly from a queen mother is not present. This is attributed to the complexity of certain compounds present in natural royal jelly, which defy successful replication in a laboratory setting. Consequently, the genuine substance from a queen mother is a coveted rarity within the black market. Xenozip is highly addictive, and the artificial ingredients that are used to replace the royal jelly can cause some serious mental instability. Additionally, to some people, it can give an intense feeling of well-being, while others experience levels of their own being not normally perceived. And yet others still had an orgasm that seemed to go on forever. Interestingly, even the United States Colonial Marine Corps has developed an interest in royal jelly because of its super soldier serum-like properties. The Queen Xenomorph's host-influenced attributes. Just how many attributes and physical traits Queen Xenomorphs acquire from their host organisms is rather vague and has differed in different comics and movies. The cloned queen aboard the Auriga exhibited a secondary reproductive cycle due to inadvertent genetic contamination. However, the Predalien, identified as a juvenile queen in Gunnison, Colorado, displayed distinct characteristics inherited from its Yautja host. Some queens encountered in non-human host environments exhibited a resemblance or identical appearance to the Hadley's Hope queen. A curious example is the matriarch discovered on BG-386, a planet located light years away from Earth, whose appearance also closely resembled that of the Hadley's Hope queen. The matriarch's estimated age of tens of thousands of years predates the presence of humans in that region, raising an intriguing question about her form. So you see, it doesn't necessarily matter which host a xenomorph queen chestburster erupts from, but then again, queens, similar to other xenomorphs, do have the capacity to assimilate physical traits from their host organisms, resulting in distinctive form. Exploring the Xenomorph's unique reproduction system. The creation of the ultimate matriarch, the Xenomorph Queen, can occur through various methods, each harboring its own unique attributes. The following modes of queen formation have been explored in different media within the Alien universe and have left fans fascinated by the intricacies of xenomorph biology. Royal Facehugger. In Alien 3, an alternate version known as the Assembly Cut introduced the concept of a super facehugger or royal facehugger. These larger and more regal versions of the typical facehuggers come out from special ovomorphs called royal ovomorphs. Under extreme conditions, a xenomorph queen lays these special eggs, giving birth to royal facehuggers. These creatures possess armor and a bladed tail for added protection, and have the remarkable ability to impregnate two separate victims. This ensures that the newly born queen chestburster receives protection from a regular xenomorph drone or a runner xenomorph, depending on the second host. Lower caste evolution. In some instances, xenomorph drones and praetorians undergo evolution or molting to become xenomorph queens. Such transformations have been observed in various games and media, where certain drones, like Specimen 6 in Alien vs. Predator, evolve from drones to queens through molting. Additionally, the Predalien in Alien vs. Predator Requiem possessed a unique ability to directly impregnate victims, indicating a potential premature or special form of a queen. Royal Jelly. The substance known as royal jelly plays a crucial role in creating xenomorph queens and other castes like praetorians. While royal facehuggers are the typical method for queen birth, in rare instances, royal jelly is utilized when suitable hosts resist the facehugger. This extraordinary substance contains a specialized strain of the black goo, known for its transformative capabilities, making the potential of royal jelly for transformations unquestionable. Siblicide. In the comic Aliens, Theory of Alien Propagation, a reigning queen lays special breeding eggs containing royal facehuggers. However, due to a primal instinct, the queen sees her own offspring as threats and removes the eggs from her chamber. Drones carefully select healthy hosts for these eggs. The facehuggers engage in a brutal melee as chestbursters, fighting for survival until only one victor remains. This victorious survivor goes on to establish her own hive and command her loyal subjects. Xenomorph Queen's surprising ability to interact with humans. In Cameron's movie, the Xenomorph Queen showed remarkable intelligence and communication skills, setting her apart as one of the most intelligent xenomorph breeds. Her ability to understand humans, albeit through actions rather than speech, has been prominently depicted even in comics such as Alien vs. Predator, Deadliest of the Species. Here, the Queen got into a strange arrangement with a human named Karen. Karen attempted to reason with the Queen by threatening a royal egg with a spear, demanding the release of her captive friends. In response, the Queen threatened to squeeze the prisoners until they bled and died, offering Karen the opportunity to make her another offer or call it a truce. Karen ultimately struck a deal with the Queen, using a royal facehugger to leverage her position. The Queen agreed to release the captives and defended the group, although this was primarily driven by her instinct to protect her heir rather than a genuine intention to defend the group due to their agreement. These instances go on to show that a xenomorph queen does in fact have the ability to communicate, negotiate, and comprehend human actions and intentions, making her all the more fascinating. Xenomorph Queen's surprising weaponry. The Xenomorph Queen possesses a surprising and deadly arsenal that not only adds to her viciously intimidating appearance, but also makes her super deadly. Well, we are talking about the two sets of jaws that she has. The first set of jaws is of limited practical use, likely serving as a display of intimidation or a protective covering for her inner jaw, which is the real beast of a weapon. This inner jaw can be rapidly launched in the form of a piston out of the Queen's mouth with immense speed and force, which leads to the attack form called head bite. A chilling example of the horrible things that the inner jaw can do can be seen in the final scene of the movie Aliens. Ellen Ripley, armed with a power loader, faces off against the Xenomorph Queen. Despite the power loader providing some advantage, the Queen briefly immobilizes Ripley and proceeds to perform multiple head bites. After each strike, the inner jaw is swiftly retracted, but the Queen attempted again and again. If the Queen managed to hit Ripley's head even once, the legendary protagonist's skull would have burst open, and maybe she would have been saved from the mess they called Alien 3. The ultimate defense mechanism of Xenomorph Queens. The Xenomorph Queens possess the supreme ultimate defense mechanism in the form of their acidic blood, which serves a vital purpose beyond its destructive potential. Research conducted by scientists at LaSalle Bionational reveals that this acidic blood functions as a biological energy generator, akin to a rechargeable battery powered by chemical reactions. This discovery sheds light on some enigmatic aspects of xenomorph biology. The acidic blood serves as a potent bioelectric charge, enabling xenomorphs to survive in the cold vacuum of space for extended periods. It also sustains the seemingly dormant yet enduring eggs in their ovomorph stage, providing them with a vital energy source for survival and a readiness to strike. Furthermore, injuring or killing a xenomorph causes the blood to erupt dangerously, endangering attackers or even damaging starship hulls in a starship setting. Various xenomorph casts use the acidic blood strategically. Drones possess highly pressurized blood, capable of exploding when sufficiently damaged. Boilers and bursters take self-destruction to a new level, rupturing their bodies in a deadly acid rain display. Some xenomorphs, such as drones and runners, can even spit their blood, further enhancing their offensive capabilities. And so can the Xenomorph Queen. So you see, even killing a Xenomorph Queen from a short range isn't something I'd suggest. If a queen takes enough beating and sustains enough damage, kaboom! She'll turn into an acid-filled firework display, showering the vicinity with her corrosive blood. Marvelous verdict. So, the perfect organism, the epitome of terror, the Xenomorph Queen, is a vicious force of nature. She is what nature sends when man becomes too proud to explore the distant sectors of space. Space where he shouldn't be. The Xenomorph Queen serves as a deterrent, a filter. What do you think? And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Until next time, thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and have a marvelous day.